excellent 10-round middleweight bout upcoming between two guys who come off stunning upsets, Teddy Mann and James Green.
You scored a big success over Scipio. Now, if you beat Mann, you think you should be in the ratings?
Oh, yes, definitely. Top 10s, I should be in the top 10 ratings because the fight I did for Scipio, it boosted me up, it boosted my ratings, and I feel as though this fight right here should even make it better for me.
All right, James, do you predict a decision or a knockout?
Well, like I said, I'm not really going to predict, but I will say this. The round of card, the round of Teddy Mann must fall because I predict round 6 because Teddy Mann will take all the licks. So you got to watch out for me because I got a bag for the tricks.
How about this cut that you suffered against Epps?
Well, I got 28 stitches, and like I said, I had a good man in the corner, Eddie Aliano, and it hasn't caused any problems since then, and I've had, what, a month and a half for it to heal up properly.
Green is the same kind of fighter you are. Comes right at you and fights real hard. What kind of fight you look for?
Well, I wouldn't say I fight like James Green. He's more along the style of Joe Frazier. He's going to look to hit me with a big left hook and keep the pressure on. It's going to be up to me to outsmart him and to outbox him.
Decision or knockout?
I'm looking for a 10-round decision.
And a hard fight.
A real hard fight.
All right, and those 28 stitches taken by Teddy Mann could be a major factor. Green also gives away some 5 inches in height. Should be an intriguing matchup. And we welcome you back to Atlantic City, New Jersey, as James Hard Rock Green and Teddy Mann listen to the instructions from referee Larry Hazard.
Fighter scoring a knockdown. You must go to the farthest neutral corner. Remain in that corner until I tell you to come out.
James Green giving away 4 inches in reach to Teddy Mann. 4 pounds in weight, 5 inches in height, 7 years in age.
Watch your heads in close.
And not 1 ounce in heart. They both got hearts as big as this building.
Do you have any questions at this time?
James Green's last bout in March, as seen here on NBC, giving away 5.5 inches in height. Upset Wilfred Scipion, winning a close unanimous decision. And Teddy Mann's last bout also seen on NBC in March, a major upset. Unanimous decision over ranked middleweight Robbie Epps, despite suffering that severe cut under his right eye in the first round, which required 28 stitches, and that may well be a factor here today.
That may be a major factor here today.
And this is round 1. We are scheduled for 10. Green in the yellow. And Teddy Mann hearing it from the crowd, the chant of Teddy. He is wearing the green.
Teddy's brought his cheering section, his corner dressed all in green, typical of every Irish fighter I've ever seen, and a big shamrock on the biceps of Teddy Mann.
Teddy Mann, 27-8, 15 by knockout. He's won his last 5 bouts. He has never been knocked out. James Green, a record of 12-1. His only loss to Robbie Sims, Marvin Hagler's half-brother. And that after sending Sims to the canvas twice during the bout.
Yeah, that was highly disputed, that decision. But the main thing is these are the 2 upset winners in our crossroad fights in March, and upsets they were. Major upsets in both divisions, upsetting the middleweights as Scipion fell from grace and Robbie Epps, highly touted from California, fell from grace.
James Green, strictly walk-in style fighter, comes in punching, throws the bombs.
Watch your head.
Eddie's trying to hold him off with a jab, but he's not been able to.
And in the state of New Jersey, the scoring is on the round system. If the round is even, they go to 5 points.
Green has just gotten thumbed in the eye. Just the kind of stuff we were talking about that causes detached retinas, and the kind of stuff the thumbless gloves is about. He's blinking, it's still bothering him. It may bother the vision of his eye, so he sees Teddy double.
And that is the right eye of James Green. Try to work it loose as he goes right at Mann.
Green is obviously bothered, but he's coming forward. He knows where that white blur is, and he comes right to it, punching with both hands.
Come on, get him out of there! Get him out of there! Get him out of there!
And as you see, just under a minute left in this first round.
All right, hold it. Let go of him. Get behind that jab. Move right in.
And some of the more soft-hearted fans are saying, work on that right eye, Teddy. Teddy has been outspeeded, outgutted, and More desire on the part of James Green in this first round. But somehow his eye is very red now. James Green's eye is very red. Tearing up and watering. Tears are coming down his face. He's having a hard time seeing with that right eye.
Blinking at a rapid pace and lands the right hand and then tries to go to the body. He's tied up by Mann. Green is trying to work it out as the round continues.
That's the only thing he can do, and it's ironic. We're worried about Teddy Mann's eye with 28 stitches, and it comes up James Green's eye that could be a factor in this fight.
Final seconds. First round. Back in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Marv Albert along with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. This is round 2. Teddy Mann in the green, James Hardrock Green in the yellow.
Larry Hazard came by Teddy Mann's corner and said, keep that glove closed, meaning he is well aware that a thumb went into the eye of James Green. That's the only thing that can cause that kind of damage.
How's that eye look now?
Very swollen. He's still tearing. It's still red, as it's going to be for the rest of the fight. Teddy Mann's corners told him, fight him just like you fight Maldonado in the gym. Just box him, but you can't do that with James Green. He's so fast, and he's right on top of you. In Green's corner, Lou Duva saying, close the gap. Get in there. Forget about the right hand.
Green trying to cover up, apparently bothered again.
Something happened to him just then because he certainly didn't get hit.
It's a Teddy Mann crowd, although Green is also from the New Jersey area, living in Irvington, New Jersey. Teddy Mann from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, now living in Forked River, New Jersey, with his wife and 2 sons and a daughter.
Forked River?
Forked River, correct pronunciation.
Is that the same as you speak with forked tongue?
Yes. Good for you.
Good punches by Green. Good combination. Just when Mann had landed a good right hand, back came Gutty Green with left, right, left. Teddy's used to seeing these tough competitors in front of him. We've seen him against Bobby Ches. He's fought every tough guy up and down the eastern seaboard. If he gets past Green, I guess I'll get him Conan the Barbarian next.
Well, Schwarzenegger would make a good competitor.
That's about all that's left. Teddy's seen everything in the world in front of him.
Teddy Mann and that bloody confrontation with Bobby Ches that many of you may recall.
And in that one, he closed Bobby Ches's eye with a thumb again. I'm not saying there's any relation, but sure, it's curiouser and curiouser.
Green landing very, very hard to the body of Mann.
Come on, get close, baby, get close. Come on, that's the jab, that's the jab. Get him out of there, get him out of there.
And the referee, Larry Hazard, quick to break up the fighters. Earlier today on NBC Sports Ringside, Alex Ramos continued his unbeaten record by stopping Canadian Wayne Catlett in round 5, putting Catlett down 3 times. No knockdowns to this point here. This is second round action, and we'll be right back. And Teddy Mann coming out for round 3. Let's listen in on the corner of James Hardrock Green, and you will hear Lou Duva.
Now he's just waiting for you, okay? Now start moving in behind that jab, okay? Start moving in behind the jab and start going to combinations, right? You can hit this guy with a short uppercut coming in, right? A jab, 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 and boom, right up fast, and you come back with the left hook right away.
And James Green coming out in active fashion against Teddy Mann.
Boy, for one moment there, he looked flashes of Joe Frazier. Just backed you right into the corner and hooks to the body and hooks to the head. What a tough little nut this James Green is. My goodness.
He's been a great admirer of the style of Frazier. Like the fact that Smokin' Joe always went 100%, never backed off, and that certainly captures the style of Hardrock Green.
And both of them built like tree trunks. Short, stubby legs, massive upper bodies, piston-like arms that drive to the body.
Come on, right back, right back.
Small heads, hard to hit. Teddy's not doing this much fighting. He's just barely able to pull an even round in the second. I have Green ahead in the first. Second even.
Green took the thumb of the eye in the opening round, but apparently is all right. Worked its way over.
Come on,
out of trouble with that eye.
They put a lot of ice on it in the corner and were able to get by it. It still affects the vision, but the way this guy fights, all you got to be is in the neighborhood and he'll throw a punch at you.
Combination by Green, but did not make the connection. James Green has fought primarily as a junior middleweight, and the question has been, how far can he go at his height at 5'5"? Hard blows landed by Green on Mann.
Green just chasing Mann now. He apparently caught Mann and stunned him for a moment because Mann looked surprised and backed up.
Green has taken control here in this third round. Less than a minute left in the round.
Again, a lot of blinking with James Green. Every time he gets in a clinch, he really blinks as if to try to clear his vision.
Get behind that jab.
Carmine Graziano in the corner hollering, Teddy, he's easy to hit. He's easy to hit. Doesn't look that way inside the ring, though.
Come on, two hands, get him out of there. Come on, James.
Lou Duva screaming at James Green to use both hands as we approach 10 seconds left. Round 3, good round for James Green.
All right, let's break out. Step up.
And this is round 4. Let's listen in on the corner. Teddy Mann, you'll hear South Philly's Carmen Graziano providing the instructions.
You lost every round. They didn't give you one round. They just looked at the score sheet. Teddy, you're fighting a scared fight. What's the matter?
Hold on, it's not getting off.
Teddy, you got him built in your own mind now. You're hurting yourself mentally.
I know.
You're better off to fight moves, not to fight like this. You're not fighting, Teddy. You're walking, running away. You're on defense. Come on. Come on.
A negative picture painted by Carmen Graziano as Teddy Mann then said, I don't know, I just can't get off against him.
That's a nice cut, or a bad cut, I should say, on the left eyebrow of Teddy Mann. Now, the right was the one that we were worried about. There's a little nick on the bridge of his nose, and I cannot see that all of that negative advice in the corner did anything for Teddy Mann. He is behind. I've got him 2-0-1, round even. He's behind, but it's early in the fight. He's still got to fight his fight.
Come on, stop it again. Stop it again. Let it, baby. Let it, baby. Get your hands out of there. Get your hands out of there.
This is round 4 action. Minute 15 gone by. From Atlantic City, New Jersey, we're live on NBC Sports World. A matchup of 5'5" James Green against the 5'10" Teddy Mann, both coming off major upsets in their last bouts last March.
Come on, get behind that jab.
And coming up later on here on Sports World, more from Los Angeles at the UCLA Track and Field Invitational from California, and the final installment of the World's Strongest Men competition, plus another edition of Sports Journal.
Teddy is blinking away now. He's got eye troubles because the cut has some blood going into the corner of his eye. He's being outspeeded, outslicked, and outgutted by James Green. Graziano's right. He is blowing the whole beginning of this fight.
All right, hold it. Break out. Come on, James. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
Green's no longer blinking. His vision must have cleared.
Two hands, James. Come on. Two hands.
Green's corner screaming, use 2 hands. As Teddy Mann mentioned in his corner, he just cannot get off against Green.
And that's what he looks like. He says, I'm trying to loosen up. And he looked like he was too tight at the beginning. He's not fighting like Teddy Mann. And it's this round, I must say, he's fought a little bit better, but still, no competition for James Green, who is just stalking and hunting him right now.
And that'll do it for round 4.
You must start throwing good punches, Teddy.
Look at the
little nick.
eye of Teddy Mann as repairs are made between rounds.
I know.
Doesn't look really bad, but what they're telling him is bad. They're saying he's fighting a scared fight, and that's what it looks like. It looks like he is too hesitant, too apprehensive, It's not the Teddy Man that we're used to, which is all out and straight ahead. Let's see what happens round 4.
Make it 5.
How fast this time flies.
Teddy Mann coming off the upset over ranked middleweight Robbie Epps in his last bout in March. Green beating Wilfred Scipion in his last bout. James Green, record of 12-1, 8 by knockout. Teddy Mann comes in at 27-8, 15 by knockout, according to Ring Magazine.
Teddy's eye, big red mess again. Aliano's using the Thrombin or Aventine, either one, on the eye, and it's just not doing the work.
That's Mann's cut man, Eddie Aliano, in the corner, who will have himself a very busy afternoon.
He will earn his money today as a cut man. All Joe Frazier. That was just a Joe Frazier move. Just the way he came in was Joe Frazier.
Get him out of there! Get him out of there! All right, quick out of there. Step out. Come on, Jet. Get on top. Get on top. Two hands. Two hands, Shane. Two hands. Two hands. All right, hold it. Bring him up, James. Come on, get back to that jab.
Should make the point that the left eye of Teddy Mann is providing the problem right now. That's where the blood is flowing. But it was the right eye that took the 28 stitches off his last bout against Robbie Epps.
Come on, James. Come on. Get right back.
And yet another low blow. And a gentle reminder from Hazard, just keep him up, Teddy. Hard not to punch low when there's such a difference in size, but you would think it was James Green that was doing a low punching. Hard to do because he's a headhunter. He's been just looking for that head.
Less than a minute remaining in this 5th round. Next Sunday on NBC Sports ringside at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, hard-punching featherweight Rocky Lockridge, resuming his quest for a title bout, goes against New York City's Jose Nieto. And on Sports World next week, undefeated middleweight Bobby Ches against Bobby Iceman Coolidge.
Another big test for Bobby Ches. He seems to be headed for stardom, but they keep putting these tough things in front of him. Let's see what happens.
Iceman Coolidge has won 20 and lost 2. One of the losses to European middleweight champion Tony Simpson.
And we saw him, and we know how good Tony Simpson is. Can you imagine what would happen if Simpson would fight Green? What a collision.
Round 6, Teddy Mann coming out to meet up with James Green. We are scheduled for 10, and the question has to be that left eye of Teddy Mann.
Oh, he put everything in the pharmacopoeia in that eye, including gel foam, which is the white stuff you see on there now. It must be getting worse because they're escalating the anticoagulant that they're using.
Earlier in the bout, Green had a problem with his right eye after taking a thumb in it. Still very red, but he was able to work it out with repeated blinkings. No knockdowns to this point. Just been a rugged battle.
But a virtual shutout for James Green because Teddy just won't stop and fight. He will not put in more than 1 or 2 punches, and then he grabs James Green. Green is just after him, after him, after him.
Not too much.
There's always some guy in a gym in a stable of fighters that'll fight anybody. And the Duva stable of fighters is James Green. They say, I got a streetcar from Cleveland. Duva says James Green. And I can see why. This guy is scared of no one, and he comes straight ahead.
In fact, Green has been a sparring partner for Bobby Ches, who we'll see next week on Sports World. Ches says because of Green's dangerous punching power, it has kept him very alert in their sessions.
I'd like to see those workouts. Right now, he's continuing to take another round from Teddy Mann, who is not doing the kind of fighting that we know Teddy Mann can do.
Left hand by Green. And now Green is using both hands. That the criticism from the corner in the early rounds, that he was not using both the left and right.
Watch the head. Watch the head.
Watch the head, says Larry Hazard to Teddy Mann.
Mann putting his head right into James Green's face. Some blood coming from the mouth of James Green.
Now the counter by Green, but with the lunge could not get to Mann.
Teddy, let's fight. Teddy, let's fight. Stay there, Teddy.
Luduva is telling Teddy Mann, come on, Teddy, let's fight. Stay right there, fight with him.
Come on, James. Come on, baby.
Oh, nice low blow by Teddy Mann.
Right hand by Mann, countered by Green.
Teddy's got to throw more of those right hands. He's got to try to win this fight.
Oh, combination by Mann. And Green right back. And right now, let's go to Charlie Jones, 7 in round 6. Excellent exchange between Green and Mann.
Finally, Mann got a good right hand in, but he still lost the round. And so we come in, beginning of another round. Mann doesn't look weary, but he certainly has not solved any of Green's aggressive Joe Frazier-like style. All kind of bruises over the back of Teddy Mann. He's been thrown into the ropes again and again.
For the record, what is the fight doctor scorecard?
A runaway. All rounds except one for James Green.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there, James. Punch out.
James Green's victories include an 8-round decision over veteran Mario Maldonado. His last bout, the upset over Wilfred Scipion. Prior to that, a quickie 1-round KO here in Atlantic City, taking out Randy Coleman. And Mann coming off the upset victory over Robbie Epps, despite taking that severe cut under his right eye. The left eye has been the difficulty with Mann here today.
Well, he faced a different kind of fighter with Robbie Epps. Epps was very tall and very laid back and slow, and allowed Teddy to fight his kind of fight. Teddy's been totally dominated by the aggressive leading style of Green, who just hasn't let Teddy do anything he wants to do.
In fact, in that last bout, Mann gave away 3 inches in reach to Robbie Epps, in contrast to today's comparison.
Last 2 rounds, we've seen more of what Teddy Mann is usually like. The first rounds, he was very tight and was not fighting his fight. He's escalating the action a little bit, punching more, punching harder, but he cannot get over Green's aggressive style.
And a minute left in this 8th round. Check that 7th round was scheduled for 10.
Come on. Stand there, Teddy. Stand there, Teddy. Stand there. Come on, James. Come on, baby.
Good right hand by Green.
Come on, James. Right on top. Right on top. 1, 2, James. Come on.
Green to the body and then attempted the uppercut, but it was cut off by Mann.
And fighting much better, but still not winning these rounds because it's 4 and 5 and 8 punches to 1.
Oh, left hand by Green could not connect with the right, and this 7th round will be a wrap.
Break. Step back.
And this is round 8. Teddy Mann just told in his corner, you need a knockout to pull this one out. Let's take a look as they work on that eye and listen to the instructions of Carmen Graziano in the corner of Teddy Mann.
I'm going to touch him with a jab. Go for here. You're going for here too much.
Yeah, I know.
You now got to start going for his chin. And you can't do it with the shoulder in front. You got to be in a free court. You got to turn this hand, hold water in it, and then turn it over. Turn it over for broach.
Teddy Mann also told have to use positive thinking to pull this one out, all right? James Green in command Had a shaky start after he was thumped in round 1, but able to work it off and has been in control. Low blow. And a minute gone by in this 8th round. Marv Albert, Ferdy Pacheco. We're live from Atlantic City, New Jersey on NBC Sports World.
Step out, watch the hand. You gotta come up.
Of the years that I've worked together with our great leader, Don Ohlmeyer, there was only one fighter that he picked above anybody else, and that was James Green. Loved him and thought he was a great fighter, and there he is, living up to his promise.
Right back. You ain't tired. Come on.
There's just no way Mann can keep him off. He just looks at him as if to say, this guy going to wear out.
Pick it up, James.
He's got to throw combinations.
Green continues to try and load up on the right hand, but Mann has been able to slip it.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Break. Step out.
And under a minute remaining in this 8th round, we are scheduled for 10. Earlier today, on our NBC Sports Ringside show, Alex Ramos, looking very impressive, stopped Wayne Caplet of Winnipeg in round 5 to continue his unbeaten record.
Ramos looks like he has arrived. He has really looked devastated.
Oh, left hand by Green. And then Green took it in the eye again, able to shake it off.
Oh, he is throwing thunder now with that left hook. Again, there's blood all over the eye of Teddy Mann, and he almost shrugged as if to say, that's the best I can do.
Okay, let's break. Step back, Teddy. Come on, James. This is your guy.
And we're back at Atlantic City. This is round 9, and Green right out with a right hand landing on Teddy Mann. Let's take a look back at round 8. Watch the left hook that is thrown. Oh, that stung Mann. But we have not had a knockdown to this point. And we're told that word out of the corner, James Green, is that he is having difficulties with both eyes.
Come on, you gotta get up first.
And he's been thumbed. One really bad, the other one not so bad. A little credit given to Teddy Mann in that he has really taken some savage punishment and not even looked fazed by it. He hasn't looked weakened. He hasn't looked like he's in trouble. Yet James Green has hit him with some thunderous hooks, both to the body and the head. There's another hook right to the head.
But Mann has not been able to get off, as he has discussed in the corner with Robert Graziano, who keeps telling Mann that he needs a knockout, but just one of those days for Teddy Mann. Has not been sharp throwing punches.
Step back.
Green is just out-muscled. He's just too strong and too fast. Green, a tough, gritty little guy looking to establish himself as a junior middleweight and middleweight, and he has in both divisions because he seems to disregard height advantage, weight advantage, reach advantage, and just dominates these fights.
Step out. Come on, go back to the double jab.
James Green, the 1980 New Jersey Golden Gloves champion at 156 pounds, lost a disputed decision in the Nationals. Connects with the left hand on Mann. Green, a record of 12-1, 8 by knockout. The only loss to Robbie Sims, the half-brother of Marvin Hagler, after he put Sims down twice.
Come on, stand there, stand there. Come on, Jimmy, come on.
Teddy Mann, a record of 27-8. He's won his last 5 bouts. Won 15 by knockout. He has never been knocked out. And having a very very difficult time of it. Although he has taken the pounding, he remains standing, but having a difficult time with Green.
All right, let's break out.
So we will go to a 10th and final round. 10th round. Lou Duva talking it over with Hard Rock Green.
Give me your eyes. Open your eyes.
Last round.
And again, the concern of the eyes of Green.
Nothing you can do about it at that point. All you can do is put ice and hope that the swelling goes down. As far as the vision is concerned, I don't think you bother that much because
this is your guy, okay? This is your guy.
Teddy Mann right in front of him and hasn't had to go look for him. There's a beat.
Keep that jab.
Teddy Mann.
You're out of the view. His punches are all high punches. Look, Teddy, there. Touch.
There's just nothing you can say to the fighters getting so thoroughly beaten. Except hang in there. There's only 3 more minutes of this.
Throw it over the top. Oh, you got Teddy. Like you want to. Come on, let's go.
An illustration of the kind of damage handed out by James Green on Teddy Mann. Here's the 10th and final, and no doubt about it, Teddy Mann needs a knockout. Following boxing here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, we go back to Charlie Jones in California for the UCLA Invitational Track and Field Meet. That's coming up here on NBC Sports World.
James Green opened this round up like if he was behind 9 rounds. I remember they used to say Joe Frazier came out smoking. Well, James Green just came out smoking. Good inside uppercut.
And again the uppercut. And right back. Green is having all kinds of difficulty with that right eye. Looks to be closing.
All right, hold it. Step back. Step back.
And Teddy Mann landing a combination, fighting out of desperation at this point.
Teddy Mann keeps shrugging and looking at him almost to apologize as if saying, this is the best I can do, man. What do you want? Teddy Mann should have been doing this kind of fighting from the first round. Because this is Teddy Mann we know. Absolutely fearless. Both hands pumping. He's trying. But he can't overcome it.
Halfway through, 10th and final round.
And now Green has a cut over his...
Oh! What a hand by Mann!
Green has a cut over his left eye. Solid punches by Teddy Mann.
Mann keeps checking the corner, wondering how much time was left. And we now have 1 minute remaining in the fight.
What a time to get cut in the 10th round. He's got butted again just then. Blood coming down the face of Green as well as Mann.
Big finish by Teddy Mann, but unless he's able to knock Green out in the final 40 seconds, it will be a decision for James Green.
And listen, he's got to worry about getting knocked out himself because he's very weary.
And again uses the head on Green and warned by Larry.
There's a turkey trot. That's what he calls his turkey trot. His victory dance.
With the time counting down, we approach 15 seconds remaining. And an action finish.
What a finish by 2 gutty performers.
But this one will be a decision for James Hard Rock Green. It is all over. And Teddy Mann showing sportsmanship, no question about it, raising the arm of James Green in victory. Back in Atlantic City, New Jersey, Teddy Mann and James Green have just concluded their 10-round middleweight bout. Furious action in round 10. Teddy Mann looking to rally with Green well ahead on the scorecard. Right hand landed by Mann, then tied up by Green. The chance of Teddy continue here from the crowd. And we're all set for the decision. Let's go to the ring. Here's Jim Marotta.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your decision. Judge Paul Cavalier has the fight 6 rounds green, 3 rounds man, 1 round even. Referee Larry Hazard has the fight 5 rounds green, 3 rounds man, 2 rounds even. And Judge Harold Letterman has the fight 7 rounds green, 2 rounds man, 1 round even. Winner by unanimous decision, James Hard Rock Green. James Green.
Well, closer decision than our scorecard. But James Green has won by unanimous decision.